And I don't know that people think about you having your own aspirations. I think that people are
Yeah.
married to the idea that you're Scottie Pippen's wife.
Yeah.
You're the mother of Scottie Pippen's kids.
Mhm.
How dare you disrupt that and be anything else? And now you have a life. How dare you have a life?
Yeah.
So what about the promises that were made in terms of what you were going to become in the relationship that maybe never happened?
I feel like in the beginning, like when Scotty and I first got together, like I had just signed to ICM in LA. I was going to pursue like an acting career. I just finished, I had gotten a political science degree. I was either going to go to law school. I was going to try acting, try different things. And he didn't want me to do anything. He was kind of like, no, I can't take it. You have to come to my games. You have to be at my practices. And I wanted to be there for him. Like I loved him. I love him, So I was there to support him and do whatever I had to do for him. But then at some point, like the scale changed. The scale started to shift a little bit. And I was like, hey, you're retired. By the way, I want to start a jewelry line. By the way, I want to do this. By the way, I want to do some things that I'm interested in doing. And it wasn't reciprocated in the same way. And I don't talk bad about him. It's not like people make decisions based on like where they are too. He probably felt like he wanted me to be the same person I was at 22. I just wasn't, and I couldn't change it.
So when you looked up and realized that you were a basketball player's wife, did you feel like you had lost yourself in that you had become?
Yeah, a lot. Like I was like, wait, but I still feel like you can always change who you are. You can always change where you want to, where you want to be, what you want to do. It's never like forever. You can always change it. You can change your path at any time, I feel like, if you want to.
So do you think that people's idea about who you should be in terms of being Scottie's wife is because of how big of an icon he is? Because, I know you know him as a man, but he's like one of the biggest icons in basketball ever.
Yeah, no, he's the bomb, for sure.
So do you think that's why people are still trying to keep you in that image?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. They're just like, they can't let it go. People live in my past more than I do. I'm like, dude, I am living right now. I'm in the present right now. I'm not going back.
At all.
Well, I just don't want to live in my past. You know what I mean? It's like hard to move on. It's like really hard to move on when you have kids. And, it's not an easy situation. Like I feel like a lot of people don't understand, like most people that hate online and most people that hate are people that have never had long-term relationships. They've never gone through anything. They've gone through like, you know what I mean? Like short-term relationships. So they can hate on a long-term relationship because they don't know what it's like. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Believe that. You know what I mean?
But isn't it harder dating, though? Because you haven't been single in years since you were 21. Now you're single. You're out here meeting people. You've met some pretty interesting guys along the way.
I feel like I call you about all of them.
And what do I say?
No.
No.
I've yet to hear you say yes.
Well, I have said yes about one person.
Okay.
Scottie.
Okay.
You said no.
Yeah, of course.
But you've already run. That's a race you've already run, right?
Yeah.
And so I think because I'm one of those people that are married to the idea that like, he's a legend.
Yeah.
You're the person that was there. You helped build him. He didn't do that on his own. But you also, I also understand like having 5 sisters. You deserve to be happy, and whatever that happiness looks like is not my choice. I don't get to choose. And you being a public figure and people sitting in the stands, no pun intended, trying to direct the game is kind of up.
No, totally.
But isn't dating now harder than it was being married?
I feel like I'm like living in the moment. I'm just having fun and I'm kind of in it for the ride, and that phase of my life is gone. So I can't I'm in a new phase of my life.
But now I mean you're dating and you've met a guy and I'm sure you've met a guy and said, I can see my future with you.
Why would you use that word?
It was a future joke.
I was like, why would you use that word?
No, but I mean, like when you meet a guy, because you're a wife, you're not a girlfriend.
Yeah.
This is what I know about you.
Right, but guys are not coming at me as a girlfriend. Guys are coming at me as a wife.
Are they?
Hell yeah, I have wife vibes.
Future.
Well, I don't know if I would want him to be my husband, to be honest with you.
Right.
I'm just saying, like.
That was fun.
No, it was, people make more of it than it was. It was never like.
Well, because he put you in a song.
But that was stupid of him because it was not that. Like he was delusional. It was not that.
Right.
Like it was never that.
Right.
And he didn't it was never that. It was like, I was really sad. I was in a point in my life where I was really sad and I was like dealing with like, do I move on? Do I not? Are my kids going to be okay? And it was like a lot of guilt I felt. And he was the guy that was there to see me go through it. And he was the guy that I would talk to and I was like kind of like dealing with things. And he just like gave me confidence when I was like feeling kind of like in a dark place. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He served a purpose. Mm-hmm. Did I want to like spend the rest of my life with him? Don't think so. But he served like people serve a purpose in your life. It doesn't have to be your forever. Like everyone has a time and a reason for being in your life. Like I believe that.
But you didn't choose to make that relationship public, right?
No.
So then it became public when it was put in a song.
Probably. I can't remember, to be honest with you. Yeah. It was never that serious. It was not like, it was not like people think it was. And he obviously wanted to ride the wave too. Like, let me get some controversy.
But what did I tell you about that? I said, any guy that you date, we don't talk about the guys. We only talk about them when you date them.
I know. Well, we don't see it like that. Girls don't see it like that. We're just like, oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, and it's always like, I feel like you're used to being in love.
Yeah,
and so when
I'm a lover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a lover. To a fault. I'm going to stop being like
So she'll call me and she'll be like, okay, what do you think of this guy? No, I'm not approving because I know I know that there are some men that have the intention to be talked about and to get fame by aligning themselves with somebody like you.
Yeah.
Whereas your heart's open and you're looking for love.
I will say I never realized that there's a lot of guys that will date you for clout until I moved to LA.
Yeah.
Maybe that's when I was single too. I don't know.
Really? And you've been around the Kardashians for how long? You didn't know that?
I don't know. I just kind of felt like it was like a new wave of like guys that I thought like didn't need to be with a girl for clout, and then started to realize like, wow, okay.
So Eric Moreland, you thought he's cute?
I hung out with him a couple times. It wasn't like, I swear I get photographed with these people that are not even a factor in my life. I'm like thinking, who is this guy? Like, it's not even like, you'll know when I'm like obsessed with someone.
Right.
I'm not like, it was never serious like that.
So you thought Eric was cute, hung out a couple times, and all of a sudden that was a public relationship.
I know, I literally saw him twice. He came to my birthday party.
And you guys weren't even interacting really at the birthday party. I was there.
No, yeah, exactly. I think I said like 3 words to him.
Mm-hmm. And then Ben Simmons.
Never saw him. Never.
Well, why are they connecting you to Ben? Is it just being messy, looking for a headline?
I think it's just the tabloids. I never saw him. I don't know him like that. I never was at that restaurant or club, whatever it was.
So recently there was a young guy named Harry. I don't even know who this guy is. I've never seen you hang out with this guy. But you guys were spotted leaving somewhere, and then the headline was, you guys must be dating. I thought that was kind of...
so random.
Psychotic and just wild.
Yeah, no, we were not dating. We literally had just met that night. He hired my branding guy, and we were talking about like TikTok and social media, and it was that type of dinner. It was never more than that.
So how do you, when you live in a world where the paparazzi and the press want you to be a headline all the time, how do you do that and coexist as a mom? Like, how do you explain that to your kids? Because they're all smart as hell, and they're old enough to like be on the Instagram.
I don't know. I feel like I'm still learning. I'm still learning to like navigate, Mm-hmm. It's like some people are easier at being sneaky and like doing whatever they want, having a whole bunch of skeletons, like cemeteries in their closet. And then there's me. And they'll be like, the first time I go out with the person, parao. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more careless, thinking like.
Is it because you're just thinking normal and not thinking? Yeah.
I think when you're a celebrity, this is what happens. You like work hard to get into that situation, right? With me, I was like grandfathered in because of Scottie. So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just like met a guy, got engaged, got married, and like fell into that world.
Got it.
So I still don't.
And then your kids were born and grew into that world.
Yeah. So I don't think like, I don't know, like I like who I like. I move how I move. I don't want to change how I move because people are automatically going to think something. Like, I'm not like, oh, I can't go there because paparazzi might catch me and think something. I'm like, oh, I love the salad there. We should definitely go there.
Right.